Hello everyone, welcome to this YouTube channel Prep Tactics Daily News Analysis. Our first topic is Krishi Nivesh Portal. This is a digital initiative launched by the Government of India to promote investment in agriculture and allied sectors. For a long time, agriculture in India has been dominated by traditional practices, limited resources, and unpredictable returns. Private sector interest was minimal. But with Krishi Nivesh Portal, the government aims to change this landscape. The portal serves as a centralized platform for investors, agritech startups, and farmers. It connects those who have the resources with those who have the land and knowledge. It offers real-time updates on policy changes, project opportunities, and government schemes. This is important because agriculture is shifting from a survival-based activity to a commercial, technology-driven sector. The portal encourages cold storage units, logistics chains, biofertilizer projects, smart irrigation setups, and precision farming. All of this reduces waste and increases income for farmers. The platform also includes region-wise data, investment dashboards, and direct links to government departments. So if a startup wants to set up a solar-powered irrigation project in Madhya Pradesh, they can view land availability, financing options, and legal clearance pathways all in one place. Over time, this will transform Indian agriculture into a high-tech, investor-friendly field that works better for both the farmer and the entrepreneur. Next is the Naksha program. The Naksha program is India's initiative to create self-reliant mapping capabilities. Right now, most Indians use foreign mapping tools like Google Maps. But these platforms are not always accurate for local conditions, and they may not prioritize India's security needs. Naksha stands for National Achievements in Cartography and Spatial Heritage Applications. It aims to build India's own geospatial data infrastructure. This means using Indian satellites, drones, and survey tools to generate high-quality maps that are owned and controlled by India. These maps are useful for many things like disaster response, city planning, environmental monitoring, and military operations. For example, during a flood, the Naksha system can quickly identify danger zones and help coordinate rescue teams with accurate, real-time maps. The project is supported by ISGARO and the Survey of India, and it includes training programs for students and professionals in Geographic Information Systems, or GIS. This is a strategic step toward national digital sovereignty. Now we discuss personality rights. Personality rights protect your identity, your name, photo, voice, or even your signature from being used without your permission. In today's world, where social media and AI-generated content are everywhere, these rights are more important than ever. For example, a company cannot use a celebrity's face to sell a product without legal permission. If they do, the celebrity has the right to sue. But this is not just about celebrities. As deepfake technology becomes more advanced, even regular people can be targeted with fake videos or voice clips. In India, personality rights are protected under the right to privacy, which comes from Article 21 of the Constitution. However, there is no separate law yet, so most of the protections come from court decisions. Recently, courts have ruled in favor of cricketers, actors, and other public figures whose identities were misused. Some have also demanded digital rights management tools to track and control how their image is used online. As technology grows, legal systems will also have to evolve to ensure people can protect their identity in both real and virtual spaces. Next, we move on to INDI Mission. The INDI Mission is a national strategy to promote artificial intelligence across all sectors of the economy. It's not just a policy, it's a full ecosystem being built with government support, academic institutions, industry partnerships, and public awareness campaigns. One of the first goals is to build a massive compute infrastructure, including GPU clusters, that can support the development of large AI models right here in India. This reduces our dependency on foreign tech providers. Another key area is education. The mission plans to train lakhs of students and professionals in AI tools, coding, data science, and ethics. This creates a talent pool that can power both government and private sector innovation. The mission also funds AI startups and focuses on using AI in areas like health, agriculture, logistics, and governance. For example, AI can be used to scan X-rays and detect diseases early, or to forecast crop diseases using satellite data. Ethical use is a major part of the mission. AI must be fair, transparent, and accountable. The India framework insists on these values so that public trust is maintained. This is not just a tech policy, it's a foundation for India's digital leadership in the global economy. Now we explore Chandrayaan 5 and the LUPEX mission. Chandrayaan 5 is India's contribution to the LUPEX mission, lunar polar exploration, being jointly developed with Japan. The goal is to explore the moon's south pole, a region that has never been fully studied. Why the South Pole? Because it contains permanently shadowed craters with frozen water. This water could be critical for future human missions, both for drinking and converting into rocket fuel. The Japanese space agency JAXA will provide the lander, and ISRO will contribute the rover. This rover will drill into the lunar surface and study the chemical composition. If successful, this mission will confirm the presence of water and help plan future moon bases. The mission will also test equipment designed to survive extreme cold and darkness. Since the South Pole is in permanent shadow, this is one of ISRO's most advanced and technically difficult missions yet. If successful, India will not only be seen as a spacefaring nation, but also as a reliable international partner in lunar exploration. Next topic is UNAVFOR. UNAVFOR stands for European Union Naval Force. It is responsible for patrolling high-risk sea areas, especially near the Horn of Africa, to prevent piracy, arms smuggling, and human trafficking. India has joined hands with UNAVFOR to conduct joint exercises, share maritime intelligence, and coordinate patrols. This strengthens India's role as a key security provider in the Indian Ocean region. For example, during the Red Sea crisis and recent piracy attempts, India's Navy played a leading role in protecting merchant ships. Partnering with the European fleet helps India build trust and share the burden of maritime security. This is not just about defense, it also supports trade. More than 90% of India's trade moves through these waters. So, ensuring safety means securing our economic lifelines. India's cooperation with UNAVFOR shows that we are not just defending our own coastlines, we are shaping the rules of global maritime order. Now let's understand the Chabahar deal. The Chabahar port is India's strategic investment in Iran. After years of negotiations, India signed a long-term agreement in 2024 to operate the port for the next 10 years. This port connects India with Afghanistan and Central Asia bypassing Pakistan. Chabahar is just 70 kilometers away from Gwadar port, which is developed by China under its Belt and Road Initiative. So India's presence in Chabahar is not just economic, it's also a counter-strategy. The port allows smooth movement of goods, fertilizers, construction material, and humanitarian aid into landlocked regions. India has already used it to send wheat and medicine to Afghanistan. However, there are challenges. Sanctions on Iran make banking and transport difficult. But India has taken a calculated risk, believing that the long-term benefits outweigh the short-term complications. By operating Chabahar, India becomes a serious regional player in infrastructure, connectivity, and diplomacy. Thank you for watching Prep Tactics Daily News Analysis. If this video helped you understand the topics in detail, please like, share, and subscribe. Click the bell icon for daily updates. Stay smart, stay informed. See you in the next episode.